received today a letter from the Suffolk County Health Department.
Yeah.
I'd like to actually read that, and I think I'd like to request that we FOIL the Health Department to see who submitted this. And,
Give a little.
I'm going to read it. Well, I'm going to read it.
Just a short synopsis.
Well, it's very quick. It's actually addressed to Mark Ketchum. It's regarding Fresh Pond, Shell Beach, and Manhattan Lane. It is be reported and confirmed by this office that swimming has been occurring at the above referenced facility located at near Fresh Pond Road. Field visits by Suffolk County Department of Health Services Office of Ecology during the summer of 2011 documented the following: patrons swimming.
Oh my God.
Parking is permitted by permit only. Parking spaces for 10+ cars and no signage indicating swimming prohibitive. These are indicative of a public bathing beach and encourage the use thereof. A review of the records of this office indicate that there is no permit to operate a bathing beach in force for this facility. The New York State Sanitary Code, subpart 6-2, bathing beaches, states, quote, no municipality, person, group of persons, firm, corporation, association, blah, 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 shall operate or maintain or permit the use of any bathing beach without a permit from the permit issuing official issued subject to the provisions of this chapter and such additional sanitary or safety safeguards as may be required by the permit issuing official. That's a mouthful, end quote. Allowing this use or at any other location without a lifeguard protection is dangerous. Additionally, this site does not meet the standards for a public beach, bathing beach per the New York State Sanitary Code due to the permanent bathrooms, water quality testing, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Right.
But I think this.
However, the
could be-
bottom line is they say that you should not install any bathroom facilities at these areas.
Okay.
And you need to post signs that say no lifeguard on duty swimming at your own
Aren't they
risk.
town landings? They're just town landings, they're not town beaches.
Well, but they do have
That's
parking.
their point.
Now, okay,
Yeah,
let's,
so.
So it's okay, that's simple.
People
Jay
may
can
run
put
down
up,
and
Jay
jump
can
in the
put up
water.
3 signs.
behind this, let's just get into this a hair more. With his 3 pictures here, correct? 4.
Yeah, 4.
4? Where are they all located?
Oh, they're all Fresh Pond. I mean, the letter's really Fresh Pond, and then
They're Fresh Pond. And understand something, when Shell Beach got closed off a few years ago, the pressure on the other beaches was substantial.
Very, very
Just
significant.
shutting one off. These locations we're talking about here now is Fresh Pond, Shell Beach, and Manhattan Lane landing. Imagine taking those 3 offline and what the other 2 beaches are
They're not
going to
coming
feel.
Well, actually,
The
we're-
one beach down Crescent Beach is extremely difficult to get on. So now we're talking it, taking those 3 offline and packing everybody into Wade's Beach parking lot. That's the impact you're going to get from this.
However, if
So I
you,
agree with Peter's foiling on this and
Yeah,
to
let's
see where
go
we're
around
at.
and see.
but just when you read the whole thing, the important thing, because I was more concerned until I read to the end of it, because all you have to do to change this is just put up the sign that says swimming, or swimming just at
No.
your own risk.
Well, I don't know that's not gonna satisfy
No,
court.
it says no lifeguard
We
on
encourage the
duty,
use of this
swimming
sign.
prohibited.
And the town has the responsibility of
Chris?
strictly enforcing, and we know who's gonna be
Yeah.
on the town every 5 minutes about it.
This is the part I have a big problem with. There should be a placard with a sign stating, quote, no lifeguard on duty, swimming prohibited, end quote. The town has the responsibility of strictly enforcing this regulation.
I think.
I'd like to know what individual is screwing the residents of this town of their beach rights,
Yeah.
their ability to swim.
Somehow I think I
I can
know.
take a guess.
Will not be guessing.
How do we go about,
Julie?
is that something Dottie would do? or-
At the end of the day, Peter,
Okay, I've never foiled before. I'm a
And then-
foil virgin.
Actually,
You know the
We have
system.
enough.
The other
let me
way.
ask this, can the Shelter Island reporter foil?
Sure.
Okay.
Can you report it when you foil?
all right.
You guys foil it, once you
Peter.
foil, let us know.
Peter, let me just pull on the leash here for just a second here. Let me just pull on the leash. Regardless of the outcome of the foil, and we all know what that will be, that's not gonna change any of the legal requirements here, we need to be mindful of that.
I know.
And we don't want
Absolutely.
any appearance of, seeking
Being a scofflaw.
retribution or anything like that, or calling for it.
There's no retribution.
Well, you know,
It's knowledge.
well, it's knowledge, Ed, I understand, you don't have to explain to me, but,
You're explaining to me.
well, I'm
so
explaining to you, well, all right, I get the knowledge part. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be behind your back. But, the most important thing to remember is that, you know, this kind of thing may need to be addressed, you know, from an official way, all right? I mean, I don't know what you're feeling about the subject of the Department of Health is, but, do we wanna play with them? And if we do, you know, maybe we need to think about how we might manage it.
Well, before I mention the importance of shutting those 3 beaches down and what it meant
Yeah.
to, so I'm gonna stop, and I'm sure the board will stop, nothing short of getting these 3 back online,
Yeah,
you know, but
yeah, I get that.
that's the concern.
Totally, totally.
I mean,
Because that's what this means.
I've been swimming at other town landings and stuff. I've gone swimming at the Tar Kettle Landing, you know, do we need a sign?
I swam in all of them.
Yeah, do we need a sign, you know, I mean,
Part of the pleasures of Shelter Island.
Well, you know, one of those things is the parking by permit, only all the signs that we have there, that's what they're saying, you know, the infrastructure that we've added that indicate that these things are our beaches. You know, we've sort of created that
So do we take the
impression.
parking
No,
permit
but we-
signs down and
Well,
take
that
the,
would be one out.
but there's a lot of places we have no park. We have, to me, the beaches where there's a lifeguard are where we have facilities. Where do we have facilities?
Wade's Beach and?
Police beach and Crescent.
Beaches where there are lifeguards, so,
Your beach is
Will?
defined as a
What is the penalty for me swimming at a place that has a sign that says it's prohibited?
I would think that would be Jim
Well, you
Reed.
can't sue us if you drown.
Well,
As long as you got
no,
your
seriously, I'm asking, if you stick a sign up that says no lifeguard on
gotta
duty,
pay
swimming
attention.
prohibited, and say the police do intend to enforce that, say they do, and what do I get?
I don't know.
Some kind of a summons.
So you,
It's
so,
like a
all
parking
right, the
ticket.
police have come down to the beach and they tell me, look.
Jim Reed, perfect timing.
You're not allowed to do
You must have
that.
been watching.
Were you watching this, Jim?
Is
Yeah,
that,
just up to school day,
is
graduation.
that the extent of my discipline
Let's-
at that point?
Let's ask Jim.
I go to the beach.
We received a letter from the, here, take a
Take a
copy.
copy.
From the county,
I'd like a copy.
Health Services. This is about Fresh Pond, Shell Beach, Manhattan Lane. And they're talking about this, you know, that we need a sign saying no lifeguard on duty, swimming prohibited. The town has the responsibility of strictly enforcing this regulation because we're not registered and have a permit to operate a bathing beach, yada, yada, yada. If we have a sign at Manhattan Lane or the Tar Kettle Ramp or anywhere that says no lifeguard on duty, swimming prohibited, and one of your officers comes across a person swimming, what do they do, right? I mean, what's the penalty?
I'm not aware of any penalty, I think you're just acknowledging that they're swimming at their own risk.
Okay.
Unless the board has unless you're gonna establish a local law
Okay,
prohibiting it.
No,
Which you're
we're
not
not.
gonna do.
So I think you're advising that they're swimming at their own risk.
yeah, I would rather have a sign that says